There's so much drama going on right now. Hey, what is up all my social climbing friends? It's Dustin and I'm back with another video. And I'm just going to say right off gate that this video is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be talking about people that I actually genuinely like, and I've consumed a lot of their content, and it really pains me to have to make this video, but I'm going to do it anyway. But before we jump into this video, I would like to give a shout out to Gerard Cosmetics and GC Love. I have been getting a ton of comments about my hair. As you guys know, if you watch me for any extended period of time, you would know that my hair was falling out. My hairline was receding. It was pushed back. It was not in good shape, girl. And I get a ton of comments of people asking what I did to rejuvenate my hair, and it's this right here, GC Hair AF. This is literally a game changer, and right now if you use code Dustin, you'll get 30% off on a 2-month supply. This whole bottle right here is 2 months. It literally only took me a couple of weeks to see a noticeable difference with this stuff, so I swear by this. This is a game changer when it comes to hair loss. So if you guys are interested, I'll leave a link in the description box down below for you to go check it out. It will save you 30% off. It is an affiliate code. This video is not sponsored. I am like really good friends with Jen Gerard, and I know the amount of time and work that she put into this, and this product actually really does work. But I know that a lot of you guys were wanting to try it and you were wanting to wait for it to go on sale, so now it's on sale. I don't know how long it's going to be on sale for. Just keep in mind, if you use my code, I will make a small commission, but this video is not sponsored in any way. So now let's just jump into this video. Now, when I first decided that I was going to make this video, it came from a place of anger. I was not happy. I was not very thrilled with what was going on, and you guys will understand why when we get into it. I was just very mad and upset about what had happened to me in the past regarding what we're going to be talking about. But instead of reacting like I normally would, I would come on here and I would just drag somebody and rip them to shreds. I'm not going to do that in this video because I don't feel like that's productive. I don't feel like that's going to really get us anywhere. But I decided to sit down and educate myself on the situation, and I'm really glad that I did. Before we jump in, I do have a few requests. Like the video if you like the video. And if you're not getting notifications from my channel, I ask that you unsubscribe and resubscribe because there is something going on with my channel right now. Notifications are not being pushed out. My content is not being pushed, you guys, and it's really affecting my channel. So if you could just unsubscribe and resubscribe for me if you're into my videos. If you want to get all notifications, make sure you turn them all on. The last and final thing that I ask you to do while you're watching this video is to watch the video in its entirety, because it is very important that you watch everything and don't make assumptions, because it is important to the topic that we're going to be discussing. And ironically enough, it's about some of you guys that watch my videos. As always, please keep in mind that it is not my intention to be disrespectful in this video. Anything that I discuss in this video or any situation that I may mention or reference, I am not bringing it up to be spiteful. I'm not bringing it up to be mean. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone that I mention in this video or any situation that is discussed. Please just keep that in mind. So with all of that said, all of my disclaimers out of the way, let's jump into it. Now, you guys know everything that happened with myself as well as Gaby Hanna and other different drama channels when we covered the Bianca Devins story. It was out of an abundance of caution and care for the family when all this stuff happened. And this story really ended up probably pulling those wounds back for the family, and I greatly apologize to the family for that. When I originally made my video about Bianca Devins and Gaby Hanna, I really just wanted Gaby to address it. I was not mean or forceful or demanding in the video that I made about Gaby in the situation, but we all know how that turned out. I just really wanted Gaby Hanna to address it for the family and the fans that were like literally in Gaby's comments calling her out, the people in my videos commenting, calling me out for not calling Gaby out. But we all know how all of that turned out. Gaby Hanna put myself as well as many other drama channels in her revenge series that she made, that she ended up not finishing posting because of the heat that she got after the Jessie Smiles situation and the video that she made about her. I do not condone the way that Gaby Hanna treats people, and I will never be okay with what Gaby Hanna said to me and how she mocked me after my sister passed away, because that's just completely unforgivable amongst the many other things that Gaby Hanna has done. But I would like to also extend an apology to Gaby Hanna for allowing outrage to fuel my need to make that video. Although I was very nice in the video where I addressed the Bianca Devins situation with Gaby, I really allowed people to get in my head and to push me to do something that I really didn't want to do in the first place. So for that, Gaby, I do apologize. I allowed the outrage from other people to propel me into making that video about Gaby. And that's that on that. Just wanted to get it out before we start talking about what we're going to talk about. Now let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this video. You guys know that true crime has grown exponentially over the past 2.5 to 3 years on YouTube. It's a massive industry. People are making tons of money. And I believe that most of the people that are doing it ethically. Now, of course, there are always going to be bad actors. There are going to be people that make other people look bad just by virtue of them being in the same genre. I don't really like that. I feel like you should judge everyone individually. I hate when anyone paints me with the same brush that they paint other people that are problematic, because I literally try my best to not be problematic anymore. I've worked on myself so incredibly hard. And what's going on in the true crime community is very interesting to myself as well as some other people. Now, you guys know that I watch a ton of true crime. I watch Danielle Hallen. That has always been my A1 since day one. I love the way that Danielle covers her cases. I feel like she is so compassionate about the cases that she covers. She gives back. There has been many times that I've seen her do donations and different things for families that she's discussed. And the same thing goes for Kendall. I absolutely adore Kendall Ray. Kendall Ray gives to Thorn. Kendall Ray is always giving back in some way. She always reaches out to the families. When Kendall makes a true crime video, you know that there was a lot of attention to detail and a lot of respect and a lot of loving and caring that goes into it. So I really look up to Danielle as well as Kendall. Now, with that said, I want to talk about a few different true crime channels that I watch. I watch all of these people. I've consumed an ungodly amount of their content, especially Haley. I listened to a lot of Haley's content when I was working with Nick on his mother's house, but there's some issues that some people have, and I want to discuss them in the best, most respectful way possible. So let's just jump into it. And I'm going to start with Eleanor Neale. Now, I know you guys probably know who Eleanor Neale is. She's super, super duper popular. I watch her content as well. And her channel has grown a lot over the past couple of years, and right now she has 2.3 million subscribers. On May 26th, she uploaded a video titled "E-Girl Murdered by Instagram Stalker," and I instantly knew that this was going to be some drama. I instantly knew it because of everything that happened with Gaby Hanna and all of the people that were commenting. I knew that this was not going to be a good thing for Eleanor Neale, because people have been calling Eleanor Neale out for a long time, saying that she is like insensitive to the families and the people that she discusses in her videos. I can kind of see it, but I also think that some people may be a little bit too sensitive. And you'll understand why if you watch this whole entire video. So Eleanor Neale's video did split some hairs with people. I'm not even gonna front or act like it didn't. People were upset and pissed and started calling her out in the comment section. And this is what they had to say. As someone who knew Bianca, I'm pretty sick of her name being ignored and labeled in the media as an Instagram e-girl. And of course, people started responding to this, and I'm gonna read it because it's pertinent. Someone replied and said, "I came here to say exactly this. It's so embarrassing. How many times I have to reiterate this?" And another person chimed in and said, "Well, that's what she's most well known for, and it gets clicks, which is the only thing these YouTubers care about. Edit, she ended up changing the title after it started getting some traction." And then someone replied and said it doesn't make it right. And Eleanor Neale ended up changing the title to "Murdered by Her Instagram Stalker," and it now has 1.2 million views. And of course, after all of this, the discourse made its way over to Twitter, and people started doing what they do on Twitter. They started ripping Eleanor Neale and everyone apart. Now, I get that there was a lot of people that showed care and concern in their tweets. I'm not going to put the ones in here that are nasty, but I'm going to put in the good ones where people were calling out Eleanor, and I kind of get it. Like, I get that the title that she put was very, very crass, insensitive, and tone deaf. I get it. But the meat and potatoes, the filler, everything that was in the video was really put together really well, in my opinion. But over on Twitter, people had this to say. "Can you please address the comments on the Bianca Devins video? The family said they do not want more online coverage on this case and don't want her referred to as an e-girl." Another person said, "I love your channel and think it was amazing that you covered the Bianca Devins case, but I truly hope you will reconsider the title. Bianca's family wants Bianca to be remembered so much more than just an e-girl. I know for a fact you did not mean to be disrespectful." Now, of course, myself, I too thought that the family did not want anyone covering this case anymore after everything that happened with Gaby Hanna. Gaby Hanna made it a point that the family did not want anyone covering this case ever at all. And that's what I was left with. That's what I thought. When I saw this video Eleanor Neale uploaded, I knew that she was going to be dragged, that there was going to be people very upset with her. And I was like, okay, let me double check. Was there any kind of statement or anything about this that would make this okay for Eleanor Neale to make this video after everything that happened with Gaby Hanna? And I'm glad I did. I'm glad that I looked. In the replies of Eleanor Neale's video, someone left the following comment and said, "Bianca's mother has commented on a few of these posts, including mine, that states some of the misinformation. However, her mother stated that she doesn't mind her daughter's case being covered respectfully. Some of the misinformation was the photo being seen by her mother and her sister the day she died. Kim commented on my post saying her family friend saw the photo before it was confirmed Bianca passed away. Kim saw it a year and a half later and has since a few days ago passed a law called Bianca's Law to help stop the spread of the photo," which is good. That was my main concern with everything that had happened with this case. Bianca's hair color wasn't pink when she passed. Those are just a few I know of, but Kim said majority of the information in the video is accurate. So of course, I didn't want to take this at face value being from the comment section of a YouTube video. I had to confirm this somehow, and I wanted to make sure before I sat down to make a video, and I'm really glad that I did. So of course I went over to Twitter and I did find this, and it was someone named Danielle saying, "All right, I know Eleanor Neale is getting a lot of heat right now for her video on Bianca. I searched through the comments to find Kim Devins' comment. I hope this clears some things up. Please open the picture. I didn't want to crop it too much. And she attached a screenshot from the video comments, and it says, Kim Devins, Bianca's mom here, and while not everything was accurate, the important parts are. I'm fine with B's case being covered respectfully. And I remember this being her YouTube account because of everything that happened with Gaby Hanna. So I believe this comment to be true. I believe it to be real. I believe it to be authentic. Now I need you guys to remember all of that. I need you guys to remember everything that I just told you about Bianca Devins, Gaby Hanna, and all this stuff with Kim Devins, because it's going to be important later. Now let's talk about Hailey Elizabeth. I love Hailey Elizabeth's content. I don't know why. She pulls me in. I will watch video after video after video. I love her conspiracy theories. The girl is very entertaining to me. At the time of filming this video, she has 786,000 subscribers. But Hailey uploaded a video on June the 1st titled, Obsessed Stalker Kills Her After Seeing Her Kiss a Boy, Bianca Devins. And I knew that this was going to cause a major problem in the true crime community, not only because Eleanor Neale just covered this, but because of the title of the video, because this is very crass, this is upsetting, and is extremely tone deaf to the family, because we all know that the family is still active on social media and they see these types of things. That's always why I'm like super cautious when I make true crime videos. I try to put myself in the situation of the family to try to relate to them, and I try to be as respectful as possible just because I don't want to upset anyone with the words that I say. I don't think that that's ever anyone's intention. I don't think anyone really ever wants to upset other people with the things they say unless they're just a genuine troll. I think that 99.9% of people are good when it comes to the content that they put out. They don't want to intentionally disrespect or offend people. But of course, after Hailey uploaded this video, she got a similar reaction to Eleanor Neale's followers, and they commented saying the following. I really both like Hailey and Eleanor Neale, but the fact that they both covered this case in the same week after Bianca's mother has said she doesn't want people talking about it anymore is so upsetting. If you both did research, why did you still consider making this video? And then another person chimed in and said, hey Hailey, I've been watching you for a while now and I really enjoy your content. That said, I really do not want to come off as rude, but Bianca's family has stated many times that they don't want people talking about this case. It was very traumatic for them, and I believe they still feel this case is too new to be talked about freely. And of course, this too made its way over to Twitter, and one person said, me waiting to see if Hailey Elizabeth and Eleanor Neale will finally delete their videos about Bianca Devins instead of the thousands of comments telling them that the family has asked multiple times for people to stop making videos on the case. Now, in my opinion, both of these videos were very similar in content in regards to the amount of work that I believe that was put into it, as well as the amount of detail they gave while recounting the story. But I do agree with the people in the title being insensitive to the family. Any family member that would come across their timeline and would see that, those titles would probably be triggering and upsetting to them. And I believe that a lot of people got it right by calling out Eleanor and Hailey for the title that they chose. I just think that that was just insensitive. However, per what Kim Devins said, it kind of left me puzzled, because where did this come from? I didn't understand why so many people were leaving comments saying the family doesn't want anyone talking about this anymore. How did myself and so many other people think this, that Kim Devins did not want anyone covering this case? That's what has left me puzzled. That's what has left me bewildered this whole entire time. That's what made me upset. I was like, why are Eleanor and Hailey making these videos when it's been so publicly mentioned and asked that no one cover Bianca Devins' case anymore? Like, I was in the same boat as some of these followers. I didn't leave the comments, but I thought it in my head, and that's why I got upset, because I got dragged behind the Bianca Devins case. How and why did so many people think that this was requested when it wasn't? And here's what I think is the problem. So many people made so many assumptions about the comments of the family and the people that were leaving comments from Gaby's stands that nobody even knew what was right anymore. Nobody knew what the family wanted. There was never any kind of clear-cut guidelines when this all came out, and Gaby kind of dragged everyone. And I don't think that anybody ever really bothered to ask him directly because they didn't want to come across as defensive. And I could have sat down and I could have dragged Hailey as well as Eleanor to hell in a handbasket when I originally wanted to make this video, because I was pissed. I was very upset that they were not being called out the way that I was called out and many other people were called out over Bianca Devins, when in reality, all of the people that were calling out Gaby Hanna, we just wanted Gaby to address this because there was a lot of people in the comments of her video calling her out for being disrespectful. And I don't really know if it's people just being overly sensitive, but to me, it definitely seems that way. I feel like people are so quick to villainize people on the internet and just drag them just because they feel like something they think is right, when in reality, they haven't fact checked what they're saying. They just go along with the mass amounts of people in the comments saying whatever. That creates a major problem for myself. That creates a major problem for people that are leaving comments. That is how misinformation is generated. That is how misinformation stays misinformation, and people end up arguing over it because they don't know what the actual truth is. And listen, listen, by me saying people are being overly sensitive, that is not me saying that about the titles that these people selected. The titles were bad. They were bad. The content was good. The titles were bad. And at the end of the day, Bianca Devins' mother has no problem with people covering her case. As long as they're respectful, and I believe that that's most families that have like a true crime situation. They don't care if you cover the case as long as you're bringing light to the situation and helping them and not being outwardly disrespectful and just doing it for clicks and views. I don't like the shock value factor of true crime. That really does bother me. Now, I do have a good example of people being outraged and dogpiling on someone, and that is going to be about Bailey Sarian. I think that Bailey Sarian is just like the fucking bee's knees. She's gorgeous. I think what she's doing is iconic. I think that she does give a lot of information when she sits down to film a video. That's why I love her content. But a lot of people take issue with Bailey doing makeup while she's discussing different things that have happened. And until there's a family that actually comes forward that she covers a case on where she's doing her murder mysteries and different things with her makeup on, I think people just need to chill the fuck out. But the other day, you guys know that the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial ended with the verdict unanimously siding with Johnny Depp in the defamation case against Amber Heard. And Bailey Sarian tweeted out and said, "I'm actually sad this trial is coming to an end." And you would have thought that the world was going to explode because people were so pissed at Bailey Sarian. And I'm just here to tell you that I found that this case was very entertaining. A lot of people did. It gave us Megapint. It gave us Grumpy. There was a lot of stuff that happened, and this whole thing resonated with a lot of people, especially me. As someone that was a man in a relationship that was abused, it resonated with me. I did not want this trial to end. I felt like Johnny Depp was giving a voice to so many different people, sitting on the stand telling his story and the shit that Amber Heard put him through. I didn't want it to end either because it was validating for me as someone that has been a domestic abuse survivor. So when people are out here telling other people, oh, well, this is a domestic violence situation, you just want it not to end because it's entertainment. You don't know what resonated with someone when they said this, especially Bailey. We don't know what she's went through. Maybe this was giving her hope for something. Maybe this resonated with a different situation that she's been in her life that she's come through on the other side of, and this just validated it for her because that's what it did for me. So the people that were dragging her just need to shut the fuck up. Obviously, as I said before, I'm not defending anyone's bad behaviors. That is not my intention. I would never want to offend or disrespect people with any of the content that I do either, especially now, considering everything that I've been through and what I'm currently going through. I just think that it would do everyone a little bit of good if we would just look a little further into the things that we think are true before we leave comments. I also think that it's important that you watch an entire video before you make assumptions and leave them in the comment section so you don't end up looking all ill-informed later. But you guys, please let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think about all of this? What do you think about Haley? What do you think about Bailey? What do you think about Eleanor? Like I said before, I believe that the titles were just trash. They could have done much better than what they did, but I get that titles are shocking and people will click that, but we have to be a little bit more mindful of the titles that we use because families can see that. The content was good, the title was bad. But you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Don't forget, if you're interested in hair AF, go over to gerardcosmetics.com and use code Dustin. You'll get 30% off as well as free shipping. Leave me all your thoughts and opinions down below. And aside from all of that, I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.